Local Outbreak with IPMNation.com.
Hey everybody, welcome. It's time for another edition of Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet. This is Matt Connerton from IPMNation.com with another week of great New Hampshire-based musicians and artists. And got something fun for you this week. I recently, actually just a couple days ago, sat down for an interview with the members of Sepsiss, Sepsiss. They are a band from Manchester, New Hampshire, and very eclectic, very interesting, really good people. I loved talking with them. It was a great conversation. So I look forward to sharing that with you. But first, this is the, let's play a track. This is the first Sepsiss track that I ever heard that I really like a lot, and this is called Blacklight Invasion. Let's give this a listen. And then afterward, we'll come back and I'll share with you my interview with the band Sepsiss here on Local Outbreak. Here is Blacklight Invasion.
Outbreak with IPMNation.com.
You're listening to Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet and IPM Nation. This is Matt Connerton here with you. And now, this is the first part of my conversation with the members of the band Sepsiss. So we have, well, it sounds strange to say it this way, but we have Sepsiss in the house.
I was gonna warn you and have you have like maybe some industrial strength sanitizer, because legitimately we struggled out of the occupied structure today because we're all very sick.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
we literally have sepsis today.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, that's fine. All of you are sick? What's that?
Some of us are already over it.
Oh, okay. All right. You're really, yeah, get right up on that mic. You're like way far away. All right. Well, that's cool. So we won't be, just in advance, but we won't be shaking hands after the interview. Maybe fist bumping, but that's
elbows.
Yeah.
Some elbow rubs.
I don't need to be bringing home anything. So very good. Well, let's start with you, sir, and let's go around the room and tell us who you are and what you do in the project.
I'm William Savant. I do a lot of composition. I'm also band Big Brother. Oh. And I do a lot of the writing, honestly, for the material, not without help from these wonderful people, but mostly itinerary and composition and guitars.
Okay. All right. Wow, you're a busy guy.
Yes.
All right.
We are, too.
And you?
Hi, this is Melissa Wolf from Sepsiss. I do vocals.
All right.
She does.
Very good. Very good. And you, sir?
I am Robert Pan from Sepsiss, doing the drums. Creating the impact.
You got a laid back vibe,
You
Robert.
can tell he's the drummer.
I like it. He's laid back. It's like, I'm Robert. I'm the drummer. No, I like that, though. That's cool. All right. And you, sir?
I'm Cam Loud. I'm the new guitarist for Sepsiss.
You're the new guy.
New guy.
Are you in a constant state of being hazed?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We'll
but
see
We
how
haven't
I
let
do.
them know all the secrets.
You see it? Oh, okay. I gotcha. So, everyone always hates this question, but when I talk to musicians, I always ask, how do you describe your music? And I'm particularly interested in the answer that you'll all give, because it's, you got kind of it's almost like you got two different projects in one, because some of it's very sort of, to use the broad category, metal, and some of it's kind of hip hop, and well, not kind of, I mean, very, and so
It's very urban.
yeah.
So the way we built this little thing, the ingredients of it really are, urbanized, urban style drum rhythms. Not your traditional kind of straight, metal, your traditional metal, straight rhythms. So
No
we go
blast
for, we have a
beats.
little bounce.
Yeah.
We have a little swing, a little sway to it. There's some Caribbean, some
Oh, yeah,
Spanish
you can always-
rhythms,
you can always dance to it.
some hip hop rhythms in there, a little bit of Spanish freestyle rhythms. So we have this kind of 80s urban kind of drum patterns.
Yeah.
We like traditional, just really well-toned guitars.
Yeah.
And we love pop.
Yeah.
Pop singing. Yeah.
Believe it
All
or
of us are
not.
big
Yeah.
fans.
I think we're a metal, urban, pop
Yeah.
band.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you all agree with that, or have anything to add to that as far as
Absolutely.
how you would describe
yeah.
it?
I
We
feel like
deliver.
it's like a mash of like every genre.
Right.
Right.
We
Just a little
deliver
bit
a
of
full
everything.
course meal.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. No, you do, and it's a surprise too, because like looking at like I'm on the YouTube page there, and I'm looking at different videos, and I'm like, oh, I wasn't expecting this, and it's like,
what I
oh, that's
love
pretty
most
cool.
about it. That's
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
coming into it, when I first heard the songs, it's like you have no idea where it's going, but where it goes is always good,
Right.
in my opinion. That's what I love it. I
Yeah.
really
It's
do.
definitely a balance of the unpredictable and satisfying connect the dots kind of thing. So it's this kind of, you didn't know it was going to happen. Wait, are they going to do it? Oh, they did do it, and now you're satisfied.
And then, well, let's I want to talk to y'all a lot more, but let's play this song, because I think, is this the kind of the current single, this Force You to Lay Down?
Four Shoes, the newest video
Okay.
that we shot. But off of we're having an EP hopefully by April. But Fair to Say is actually our current single. That's the only master that's really available out there. So if you like what we have for demos, a good way to kind of check in comparison. What everything's going to sound like. Fair to say, the EP version is a great place to start.
Fair to say, I'm going to play later because that's actually my favorite of everything that I listen to of you online. That's my favorite. I love that song.
Wow, salute, man. Thank you.
Yeah, that's really great. So we'll play that later. But we'll take a break and listen to this. So this is I did have to make some radio edits, but that's okay. That's okay. It takes me 5 minutes. You know, I noticed one FCC unfriendly word in this one. So no.
Oh yeah. I would have done that for you. I would.
Oh, that's okay. I don't mind doing it. I'm so used to doing it. I actually feel better. It's not that I don't trust you. It's just that I feel better doing it myself because I just, obviously I know what will fly and what won't, in terms of not only the FCC, but what the standards of the radio station are.
Right on.
But also, too, we'll play this in a second, but just a quick story. More of an anecdote, really. But just recently, I had a guest. I had a hip-hop artist on the show who sent me I said, I need radio edits if you got them. Because he said he had radio edits. I was like, okay, cool, go ahead and send me those. But I always listen to them ahead of time anyway, just to make sure. And this particular person, and he's a friend of mine. I don't want to embarrass anybody, so I won't say who it was. I get this radio edit from him, and I swear to God this happened. I could not believe it. So he edited it. One of the words in the song is MFer, except he, says it full out.
Popular hip-hop lyric.
Well, yes. But so he mutes out mother and leaves in the second half of the word.
What?
I'm like, is this a rib? Am I being punked? Thank God I listened to it ahead of time. I think I know what happened. I think he was in a hurry and was sloppy and didn't bother to go back and re-listen.
It's a compound word.
Yeah.
MFer.
Yeah. But he figured he got it and just kept going. It's like, you always got to go back and check. So anyway, so I like to do it myself.
I don't blame you. I might too if I had a rating.
Yeah, exactly. No one wants to get fired. But all right, so here it is. This is a great track. This is, and you said this is the newest video.
Yes, it is.
And we should mention too, if people want to check out the video, of course, you guys got a lot of videos on there. Actually, you've been.
Yes, we can be found literally anywhere.
Oh, at
this rate, so YouTube's a great place. We're actually going to be shooting another soon, so stay on the YouTube. The YouTube will be updated more so than the others.
Okay. Oh, good to know. All right, so here it is. This is "Force You to Lay Down" by Sepsiss.
What if I could burn away the distance?
Local Outbreak with IPMNation.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Here is the rest of my interview with the band Sepsiss. So where does who came up with the name? Where does the name come from?
Melissa, probably.
Well, yeah, we were looking for rather simple names that come easy to the
Because
tongue.
with metal bands, there's all these bands. Everybody sounds, you got these bands like, From Dying Seeds and When My Bedroom Door Collapses and Three Doors Down from a Puddle of Nickel Creed.
Burning crucifixes.
I think we wanted something kind of nano, techie sounding, really easy to say. Couple syllables, quick call out.
Less is more.
Yeah.
And there's 2 S's on it. Because we really don't name it after the disease necessarily.
We wanted to be a little different.
Yeah.
There are some metal bands out there that are named after the disease. We are not one of them.
Oh, okay. So there are other Sepsisses with what, just one S?
Yes, they're named after diseases.
Oh, okay. So now, how long has this project existed?
Almost 10 years now, I think.
This will be 8.
Oh, wow.
This will be
that's
8.
a long,
Exactly.
but that's a long time. Most bands around here don't last that long.
They don't. No, they don't. The thing is we really didn't. We wanted to practice for like half a decade.
Yeah. Wow.
And just play and just play out a lot, and
Grow as a band.
kind of learn a little bit. And I think that some of our experience doing that has allowed us to be a little bit more intelligent to how we produce and how we, make the stuff available as it comes. We've had time to look at the songs.
Yeah.
We've had time to look at the psychology of the set list. We've had time to look at merchandise products. We've had time to, develop a strategy. I think that, you get some bands, especially here in New England. I was saying earlier that they have these, the scene, right? The New England scene. And, we've been playing for, almost a decade. And what we've learned a lot about the scene, unfortunately, is it's pretty unseen. So we want to try to put ourselves in and develop a strategy where we took a pro approach.
Yeah.
We want something different than I think a lot of bands here. We do want fans. We like big draws.
Oh, yeah.
We like selling merchandise. We're a band that buys and sells.
Yeah.
So we like filling up a room. We like big lights.
Yep.
Big noise. We do the full package.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to be a band that offers a little bit more, and that took more time to develop.
Right. Yeah, you really kind of did your due diligence going into this, which is cool because that's most bands don't. You know? Yeah. And then so for the who shoots the videos? Like, is that all kind of self-done? Is that all DIY, or because it looks like? I mean, there's a lot of production going on there.
It's a lot of production.
Yeah.
We have an in-house crew. Sepsiss has a huge staff. We have a huge staff, big friends, big family, a lot of support.
Yeah,
a lot of support.
Thankfully.
Yeah. No, that's really cool.
We have honestly been just blessed with the most helpful staff members and other people working on this project.
Thank you guys, by the way.
Yeah, huge shout out to friends and family and all of our staff members. They do wardrobe, they do catering,
Lights,
they
sound,
drive,
makeup,
they do
lights,
the PR. They set up the stages for us. We have stage hands.
There's even a person controlling the smoke.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's even a person controlling the smoke.
Excellent.
No, honestly, we couldn't do it without a huge team, and we've been really blessed. Really.
Could never do this without them.
No.
Yeah. No, very cool. It's good to have that kind of support. So, tell me about Mr. Goodbars and how you connected with him, and because that's some great stuff.
I'm going to say something right now. I want him to watch this later because he has an office in Nashua. By the way, anybody that is into the hip hop, Goodbars is absolutely the number one in engineering and production.
Wow.
In New England, hands down. Not that there aren't some really talented people out there.
Oh, yeah.
But this guy, he can take a workload. He can deal with it. he's like a doctor. The way that he does the maintenance and cares for his clients.
Yeah, I was
so
gonna
he's in
say,
Nashua.
puts
He's
the
got a
care
studio
into
there. His rates are wicked, really low.
Yeah.
And he also shoots video. So that's to answer your question from before.
Oh.
That's who shoots our music videos.
Oh, cool, cool. Yeah.
And he also plays keyboard.
What's the name of his studio?
The Toy Box.
Oh, that's cool.
The Toy Box.
That's a cool name. I
wish
that.
I wish I had the address on me now. So
Well, that's okay. I mean,
Right,
I'm
right.
sure people can find it easily enough if they Google it. But
for sure.
No,
Mr.
that's
Good
really
Bars,
cool.
man. He's easy to find too.
Yeah, yeah. So he does. Does he produce everything himself that he does, or like what? How does that work when you're collaborating with him?
Well, that's an interesting question, really. I personally, I grew up on hip hop music, so any chance I get to goof off over there, I try to do so.
Oh yeah.
I don't get a lot of opportunity. So we share that in common. But Free's also into metal. So Good Bars plays keyboards for the band.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Not all the time. We don't always perform with him.
Yeah.
He's got a lot going on himself.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah.
He's into the whole battle rapping thing.
Yeah.
He's got show after show.
Yeah.
But when he can, he plays keyboards with us on stage for Sepsiss, and has always been part of the composition, production, and sound design of Sepsiss.
Okay.
We were lucky enough. So we had been working on the demo together. So the demo was produced by me and Mr. Good Bars.
Oh,
actually.
okay. Okay.
And then
wasn't he the first keyboardist of Sepsiss? Or no?
he wasn't, but he was in the first string of
Okay.
would-be
All right.
keyboard players. Some of our keyboard players played like a show. So I don't count them, but
So he was a strong member for
for sure.
for keyboardist, yeah.
for sure. And then his rap career exploded.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's how it is.
Oh wow. Okay. Cool. No,
but,
good for him.
He's very much involved in the behind the scenes production of and the presentation of how we look, how we PR, especially production, and had everything to do with the demo. So if you go up there now and you see something, you're like, hey, I like it. You guys are approaching the sound. Then these, those aren't mastered. And that's me and Good Bars.
Wow. Okay.
If you do hear the mastered version, I want to give a super shout out to our heavy metal angel. The person that is involved in our engineering and mastering is none other than legendary award winner Glenn Robinson, who's also worked on Metal Church,
Oh wow.
who's also worked on Gore, and many, many, many other bands. And Guitar Hero
Operation
too.
Mind Crime.
Oh,
really? Yeah.
Operation
Forget about
Mindcrime,
the
yes. So
Wow.
the guy, yes. So the
Wow.
guy that deals directly with them is mastering us, and between him, myself, Good Bars is the production team for this particular EP, and we're super excited.
Oh, that's really cool. This happens once every show, by the way. This,
I was
the
going to say, I think
sirens.
somebody got shot.
Yeah, yeah. So now, what you mentioned the keyboardists who only lasted one show. What happens? Is it like Spinal Tap with the drummers? Like they just
Explode into green.
yeah.
We've had 28 Sepsiss band members.
Have you really?
Yeah, man, we're strict.
Jeez, wow.
We got a routine.
Yeah. All right. Explain that. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, it's just like I was saying before.
She's laughing. So
she knows the deal. She's laughing because she's the one that's going to pull the trigger.
You can't come
You
in
know
here
it.
and expect to get a ride.
Yeah. Good.
You have
That's
to.
good.
This
you have
isn't
to
a jam
work.
band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not a jam band. We're a pro band. So
Exactly.
it's
You
tough.
have to be extending your experience to the full extent,
Yeah.
and your knowledge. You can't just be doing the same thing every day. You got to keep pushing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Like, is it?
Observable growth.
Yeah.
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 So we've seen people kind of linger around and not grow.
Sure.
Of course, then you get somebody with a bad girlfriend. Or something,
It does happen.
It does happen.
It does. Yeah. And so, are you pretty strict with the rehearsal schedule and all that too? Or?
We are.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah.
Our saying here is discipline makes the man
Yeah.
or woman.
Or woman.
Ooh.
Or woman.
In this case.
but no, we're disciplined. Honestly, no show. You're out of here.
Yeah.
It's just for doing it
That's good.
and messing around with the scene.
Right.
So much. We're so desperate to not be a part of that scene
Yeah.
because that's
What
the scene.
scene?
Yeah.
That's the story. And we've seen it happen with many other bands. We didn't want to come here and reinvent and reload and keep,
Yeah.
We wanted to come out one time, one unveiling. This is our first EP.
Yeah.
It took a long time to get here. We're not going to get anything wrong.
Yeah.
Because we've had the time and the energy, education, and experience, and that great team power and that power and support with family that's really pushed our motivational efforts.
Yeah. No, that's awesome because
you got to do that if you want to push a product that no one's ever heard before.
We're a more band. We want more.
Yeah.
And we're willing to work for it,
and we realize that a lot
Yeah.
of bands, a lot of acts, and not just rock and roll, but with the region, you know how you pick up a guitar, you play really well. You want to play Jewel on your first night. You want
Sure.
to play the Hampton Ballroom. I understand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. But it does. There's a certain amount of time there that complacency can really affect the long term.
Oh yeah.
So if you want to
yeah.
be Van Halen today, and I guess if you reach a threshold of satisfaction, and I guess you're done.
Yeah. You got to stay hungry.
You could play a million notes a minute. You could play a million notes a minute, and I guess if that's what you're happy with, then that's what you'll get, and that's okay. And that's okay.
Yeah.
But we try to have a different, a farther setting for our ceiling, our threshold of what we expect, and we have really high expectations.
Before you present your product, you always want to have it well put together before presenting it, so you would have to.
And like with many other bands, like we put out a lot of terrible stuff
because you don't want to ruin your reputation when you first start. You know what I mean? You don't want to pick up the guitar and
many
jam.
terrible demos with the hopes that people would say, "Hey, you guys can work on this." And hey, so when people think about what we are as an entity, we are New England metal.
Mm-hmm.
Because we put our stuff out there way before having an EP or coming out and with this big unveiling or an EP drop or a release party. We actually put ourselves out there for the community to play a bigger part in the way that we sound and the way that we present ourselves.
Yeah.
So when you get to songs like Fair to Say, that's not just Sepsiss. That's New England metal.
Yeah.
Right.
Because everybody that played a part in that, hey, Will, you need to play like this. Hey, Melissa, you should sing a little louder. Hey, Rob, you need to hit a little harder. We took those things and put them in our back pocket.
Yeah.
We weren't that kind of band that threw a temper tantrum and played Van Halen.
Our fans created us.
Our fans created us.
That's really cool. Yeah. And you've got the right work ethic too, because I like I've done various things in the music industry for a long time, and I have an axiom that I came up with very early in my experience was that everyone wants to be a star, but only as long as it's easy. Because you meet so many people, they're everywhere who just, it's like, they've got all this ambition, and it's great to have all the ambition, but if you don't have the work ethic and the initiative and the drive to go along with it, it's kind of useless. It's like, it's just dreaming. But so many people, it's like, oh, there's actual work and effort involved. And then
the honeymoon period.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The honeymoon period.
We were talking about that the other day. There's so many people I've played with that live for a band and want to be in a band, but when it really comes down to it, they never want to leave their basement.
Right.
Or they never want to leave their jam when push comes to shove.
And with Sepsiss, these guys are adults. They're not young kids.
Yeah.
Some of them are self-employed. I think, with the exception of Melissa, we all have children.
Oh, okay.
So this isn't Nick the New Guy stuff. These are people that know how to handle responsibilities, budget their time, resources. And I think that waiting to mature like that and not having that initial unveiling, oh, we made it.
Right.
Just for bands out there, if you're going to end up making a band and you actually end up being good, let me just tell you, just be expecting someone to knock at your door.
Be ready for it.
Yeah,
just
for
be ready.
real. Yeah, what do you do when it gets real?
What do you do when it gets real?
Right.
Yeah. No. Exactly. No. I agree. And so tell me about the EP. So you've got an EP coming out in April.
We're hoping.
We're really hoping. We're really hoping. Again, the material pre-mastered is up there to check out. Literally everywhere.
Yeah.
We're aiming for April. If it'll be by the summer.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm hoping. 8 songs, maybe a bonus or 2.
Oh, okay.
We're going to try to put as much on it as we can.
Oh,
but
cool.
the good news is we're not going to release it traditionally.
Okay.
So
oh,
we're
this is the cool
mastering it
part.
right now.
This is the really cool part. So as So there's 8 demos up there now. There's 1 mastered. Mastered songs will come in, and we will be releasing them, especially to stores like iTunes or Amazon
Spotify.
or what we're on, like all of that sort.
Pandora.
So to stores, we will be releasing them individually as singles,
Okay.
not as a collection. And then at the end, we'll just make a really cheap collection.
Sure, sure.
And we're not trying to make a buck, man. We want people to play this stuff.
Right, yeah.
Right.
Well, it's interesting that because we live in a time when you've got all these different options. You can do singles, you can do EPs, you can do albums, you can put out a bunch of singles and then put them all together into a collection like an EP or an album. Because I'm old enough to remember, like growing up, it was a band. They put out an album and then they tour for and then maybe in a couple of years they put out another album, or maybe somewhere along the line somebody puts out an EP. But that's it. I mean, you put it out in the store and then you go to the store to buy it. But now with the internet, I mean, you've got all kinds of options. You can put out videos and singles and decide at some point if you want to do an album or an EP. But you've got no shortage of different strategies you can approach it with.
Yeah, and the internet is a great way to check the temperature. Mm-hmm. I mean, so when you really think you got something, because of the wide variety of viewers and listeners and participants and bloggers and and it's tough for an artist. I know there's some of you artists out there that mastered that EP that are going, wish I never did that. Put that on, for real.
Yeah.
I've heard some pretty rough stuff.
Yeah.
And it's not it's not anybody's fault other than there are all these options and people really want these options, but man, that's why they give you 2 cell phones now, because people have a tough time using all these options critically.
Right.
And that's where we try to target the nucleus of the issue.
Yeah.
It's target campaigning. It's target marketing. Sometimes we're that only band there with fans.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think, and I feel bad sometimes.
You mean when you play out live?
When we play out.
Yeah.
So when we play out, we'll be the only band there with a fan base.
That's a good problem to have.
And my heart goes, because it's tough. The grind is tough.
Oh, yeah.
To get people behind your stuff.
Absolutely.
And because of all these options now, people don't want to get off the couch.
Yeah.
And it's so
They don't
hard
wanna
to
go out to the
convince
show.
somebody,
That part's become tougher.
So
Yeah.
I dig it.
Yeah.
I definitely do. And my heart goes out being a local musician, an indie musician, any touring musician.
Yeah.
Especially, if you got family back home or other, responsibilities.
Yeah.
Most of us are just regular day people.
Sure. Yeah. Do you play out a lot? Like, what's the show schedule like?
We have not been playing at all. Straight recording.
Oh, okay. So
All
you've been
winter.
totally focused on that. Yeah.
Yep. We got to get it done.
Yeah.
But when you do come to see us live, just promise we will change your life
This
after
year.
that show.
Yeah.
This season, though, and if there is anybody that watches this at some time, this is very important. This season, we usually do a handful of shows. We will not be doing a handful of shows in New England.
Okay.
There's a show on August 24th at Cloud 9, Hampton Beach. It's a classy place.
Cool.
Very
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
That is our only show in New England. So if you want to catch Sepsiss in New England
wow.
at all,
That's
it's
the time to
August
do it.
24th. We're going to
Wow.
be touring all year, so we will not be here.
Oh wow. Cool.
So definitely come and check us out. We're going to have some surprises for it.
Very nice. Very nice.
The event is live now, but we're talking with some other bands, see if people want to jump on it. But
Yeah.
that'll be the end of our tour. So that will be our only show
Okay.
here.
Wow. All right.
This year.
So you heard it here first.
Yes, you did.
Well, so I don't want to keep you all too long because I know you're not feeling well, and I appreciate your coming in. And we were talking while the song was playing too. You're all always welcome to join me anytime.
Yeah.
But when you're feeling better, obviously. But Yeah, something's going around. I hope I don't get it.
I'm not kidding. You're going to spray this stuff.
Yeah.
You don't
no,
want to catch the disease.
Yeah, right.
You know it's
playing
that time of-
Sepsiss tunes.
It's that time of the year after Christmas, you know what I mean? All those viruses start coming around.
I
you know. What I
know.
mean?
Especially when you got little kids and all that.
Oh, it gets all touchy-feely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
Little germ factories.
Yeah.
So what do people need to know before we wrap up? And we're gonna play that other track
Taking
we were
stuff
talking
off
about.
here.
Robert. Oh.
Oh no.
That happens.
It's not a drum, Rob.
You'd be surprised at how often that happens. Actually,
It looks expensive. That's all.
It does.
it is, yeah. But that's all right. So, what should people know in terms of keeping up with what you're doing online? Where should people go? All that good stuff.
Sepsiss.com would honestly be the best place.
Okay.
It's all
Yeah,
located
everything's
in
attached
there.
now.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything's attached now, but we're on all that stuff. Snapper,
Reverb.
Google, Twitter Face. We're on all of it.
Twitter chat pop.
Twitter Chatter Pop.
I don't even know what Snapper.
Instabook.
Instabook.
YouTube, Reverb.
We're on all of them.
Instabook. All right.
No, honestly, we really are. We're also, and this month we're also being, what's the name of that magazine?
Wired.
We're in like 2 magazines, but we're in Indie Spotlight magazine
Oh, okay.
as well.
We were messing around with the names.
We're in another
it took
magazine.
me-
We're in another magazine too, but I have to look it up.
I didn't get the Snapper. I get it. Snapchat. It didn't click in my mind right away. Is there something called Snapper that I don't know about?
Get on it.
Snapper chat, Total Pop.
Snapper,
word.
Twitter pop.
Twitter pop. I like that. I like that. Well, listen, I want to thank you all so much. This has been wonderful. And please get some vitamin C or whatever you got to do.
sure.
But we'll finish up with this track. I love this track. Like I said, this is my personal favorite.
We love it.
Because I think I listen to everything that you have on the YouTube page, and this is great.
This is the EP version, right?
Is it?
So, I think it's the EP.
All right, so let's take a listen to this. This is Fair to Say.
Keep you
IPMNation.com.
Hey everybody, this is Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet, and today it's been my pleasure to share with you my recent interview with members of the band Sepsiss from Manchester, New Hampshire. We have some time left, so I want to actually share with you too a couple more Sepsiss tracks, kind of the other side of the band that we did discuss during the show. They also do some work with Mr. Goodbars, as we talked about during the interview, and I want to share some of that with you, too. That's really good stuff. So, again, it's kind of a different side of the band, but this is Sepsiss presents Mr. Goodbars and Melissa Wolf, who is the vocalist, the female vocalist in Sepsiss, but she also raps with Mr. Goodbars on some of the hip-hop oriented material. So this is great. So we're going to actually play a couple of those. So the first one is called I Ain't With It. And again, this is Sepsiss presents Mr. Goodbars featuring Melissa Wolf. Up next on this week's Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet.
Talking now that shit. I ain't with it, cuz.
You think this shit comes easily.
I ain't with it, cuz.
I will show you in history.
I ain't with it, cuz.
I will show you the mystery.
I ain't with it, cuz.
Now that you're all in misery.
I ain't with it, cuz.
You think this shit comes easily.
I ain't with it, cuz.
I will show you in history.
I ain't with it, cuz.
I will show you the mystery.
I ain't with it, cuz.
Now that you're all in misery.
Bars smack heads worse than clean cut black. I tap domes on square like a Newport pack. It's looking lame if you rap. I'm like, who wrote that? My gun pops make you dance, take 2 steps back. Looking down in the streets, acting like you clap. Giving you sounds of the gun, now I rap boom bap. I pull a tool on a mule just to get kicked back. My life good, no LG, but I carry a Mac. Get me rap, so kitty cat, bar flow. Army full of tools and I'm shooting for the Argo. Yes, I play my part, hold your body in the cargo. Treat him like a slave, if I beat him like he's hardball.
You think this comes easily. We will show you in history. I will show you the mystery. Now that you're old.
Now that shit, I ain't with it,
You
cuz.
think this comes easily.
I ain't with it,
We
cuz.
will show you in history.
I ain't with it, cuz.
I will show you the mystery.
I ain't with it, cuz.
Now that you're all in misery.
I ain't with it, cuz.
You think this comes easily.
I ain't with it,
We
cuz.
will show you in history.
I ain't with it, cuz.
I will show you the mystery.
I ain't with it, cuz.
Now that you're all in misery.
Dig for your boo thing. Kill him in the new lane. The hood love me. You open cases like a used game. 2Ks and my rating on 99. That's 4 guns, 2Ks and a twin 9s. I'm on one. New range like it's 95. I take things for a date and I tell them drive. This world in my heart feels so alive. Scarface in the rap, I'ma make it mine.
You think this comes easily.
I ain't with it,
We
cuz.
will show you in history.
I ain't with it, cuz.
I will show you the mystery.
I ain't with it, cuz.
Now that you're all in misery.
I ain't with it, cuz.
You think this comes easily.
I ain't with it,
We
cuz.
will show you in history.
I ain't with it, cuz.
I will show you the mystery.
I ain't with it, cuz.
Now that you're all in misery.
You're listening to Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet and IPMNation.com. Matt Connerton here with you. Tonight we've been featuring the music of Sepsiss from Manchester, New Hampshire. We're going to play one more track, actually. I want to include one more song that they've done with Mr. Goodbars. I really enjoy that other side of the band. You know, they're very eclectic. A lot of different influences. If you've been listening to the interview, you know that. But before we do that, and before we run out of time, I just want to take a moment to, as I like to do, thank everybody for continuing to support the show. Thank you to everybody who listens to the show, whether it be on 100.1 The Planet or online at IPMNation.com or however you might you might be listening. So thank you so much. And as I always say, thank you for supporting the New Hampshire music scene. There is so much great talent here in the Granite State. So whether you're an active participant or a casual observer or anywhere in between, thank you so much for continuing to support local music. And please, like I always say, if you hear anything that you like on the show, whether it be our guests tonight or anything at all, please reach out to those artists. Let them know that you like what you heard and that you're digging what they're doing. Try to get to a show if you can. Buy their music online or in a store if it's available. And if they're giving it away for free, go ahead and download it. Share their YouTube videos, all that stuff. Please, a little bit of that goes a long way, and it can be very hard when you're out there slogging away in the local music scene. So, we talked about that a lot during my conversation with the band. So, please let them know. Let them know you're listening and that you enjoy what they do. Much appreciated. And again, thank you for continuing to support the show, and give our Facebook page a like if you haven't done so already, the Local Outbreak Facebook page. And if you want to hear previous episodes of the show, you can access the archive anytime on demand at ipmnation.com/local outbreak. All the way back, it's been, we're in year 10 of Local Outbreak. Hard to believe. So we've got tons and tons and tons of content for you at ipmnation.com/local outbreak, going all the way back to the beginning. And again, thank you so much to 100.1 The Planet for continuing to carry and support the show. It means a lot. It really does, especially in a time where there aren't a lot of terrestrial stations that really support local music. And if you want to get in touch with the show, if you want to submit something for play, maybe you want to try to schedule an interview, maybe you have a suggestion or a comment or anything at all, a couple ways to do that. Email me, submissions at ipmnation.com. Try to attach an MP3 or a WAV file or something so I can hear what you're doing. Submissions at ipmnation.com. Or, of course, you can always utilize the Local Outbreak Facebook page. And again, please go ahead and like the page if you haven't done so, because we appreciate that. So we're going to wrap up with one more track from Sepsiss Presents Mr. Goodbars and their ongoing collaboration. And this, of course, is Mr. Goodbars raps on this, but it also has additional vocals from Melissa Wolf and William Savant of Sepsiss. This is really great stuff. This is called Konami Code, to finish out this week's Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet.
It's my chance, I'ma shine, leave a stamp. If you're thinking that I can't, take a glance. It's my move, it's my show, it's my dance. Watch me glow, check my stance, rock and roll, Sepsiss band. I'm in season, I'm the champ, yeah. I'ma push the pedal, I'ma pull the throttle, and I'ma make a model, spin your head round like a bobblehead. Hatred is a compliment, I don't have a problem, but the problem's when you think I'm cute, but I'm sharpening bobby pins. I'm so cool, I'm so fly, electric blue, and I'm feeling alright. I'm so chill though, I can't lie. I'm so for real though, I don't even try. I don't really care to run space in your head. I would rather go and make a dent in your head. I don't have to spare for the things that I said. Rather take it to the heart or stick to the bread.
Up, down, down, left, right, hurry up, select, start the game, I'm moving. Up, down, left, right. Oh, God, is that good?
Okay. Player 2 with the deuce, with some getting like your tooth loose. I know the code like websites, H&M for they blues clues. Running our head on with needleless, wibbity wobbly, beat 'em up, bibbity bobbity, bury the body. Aim in the air and I end in the party. Yeah, ziggin' just hating the swag, putting my hand in the bag. You ziggin' just wearing drag, put their body in the bag. Goody bars never lag. Out of world and you laid on me, pour it out for your dead homie. Ain't nothing you can take from me. Beat it up so your mama know me. When I find the code, you already know that we on. Yes, we in my mode, paper full of dro. Now we gone. This Konami code, me and Wolfie gone. Got some fun. Yes, we on the road.
Local Outbreak with IPMNation.com.